Hello, 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 hello. So first, I need to say sorry if we just take the space of Philip. Unfortunately, Philip can come today. So we start with the Electric Café right now. And
we miss you, Philip.
Yeah, yeah. Philip! So sorry. Anyway, and we are here with Jeremy from Brvtalist. And hello, how are you?
Hello, I'm doing good. How are you?
Yeah, cool to come in. Thank you to be here. And yeah, Brvtalist is Jeremy is a DJ, is an organizer, is an editor. He have the famous magazine called Brvtalist. He have labels. He one of the person in the part of the scene that's really doing a lot of stuff, right?
Try to do as much as possible. really, when it started in 2013 in Los Angeles, where
Yeah,
I'm from, and
yeah,
started with my partner Taylor, uh, it was mainly just a blog about what was going on in the
yeah,
local music scene.
yeah.
And at that moment was a lot happening both in LA and Berlin
Yes.
even, and it just kept on picking up steam, and it became sort of a resource for people interested in all kinds of underground music,
Yeah.
from noise to EBM, techno, even some metal and things like that.
Yes, yes, a great platform and focus on the music, experimental and techno, and nowadays industrial. And yes, yes, really interesting. Also because useful right now to be on the social, and
Hmm.
nowadays it's really different. Back in the days when we was inside of the scene, it was completely different. And the network was in another way. And yes, and you also producing. You have a record label, right?
Yeah, yeah. I started the record label really kind of came into fruition 2019.
Okay, yeah.
It was kind of I don't know, I call it a natural progression of
Yes,
what I
sure.
was doing, I didn't really set out to start a record label, but over time it just sort of evolved into this place where okay, now this actually might make sense
Yeah,
to.
also because also we experience right now this pandemic, and it's so crazy, and have different things to use to also to be in contact with the people, also because we lose the social communication through barrier and everything. So it's really important also because without the clubs, without everything, so we was in the silent, and records label and platform like
Hmm.
yours, whatever. It's really important to shout loud that we are still exist, that we are here in kind of resistance.
Yeah, exactly. And I think the pandemic has been an interesting time to say the least, but I felt like, okay, now we don't have clubs, which has kind of been, or shows, which has kind of been our main meeting place
Yeah.
forever.
Yes,
And so
yes.
now we don't have this, but at the same time, everyone is still, of course, connected via social media channels and the internet in general. So it's been interesting to kind of see how it never can replace the club setting, of course, but
Yes,
it still,
yes.
I think, plays a integral part of the scene
Of
in
course,
general.
it's really important.
You know,
Yes, we start with the song of Café there, for
yeah,
example, and it's really early prototype of techno, whatever we
hmm
experience right now. And you choose this track because for you it's something that's a meaning,
yeah,
something. Yeah,
exactly. I mean, and I think Cabaret Voltaire is one of those acts projects that has been super influential for me,
yeah,
mainly because I just love how they're not tied to really any one sound or scene. We heard here this "What Is Real" almost sounds like maybe an early house
yes,
track or
yes,
tech.
yes.
Yeah, like you said, techno maybe, but
Yes, I think it's kind of part of inspiration from later from the people from the bleep, because it
mhm,
was really early sounds like that.
mhm,
Nobody know it. Also, Cabaret Voltaire is amazing because it's the name of the first place during the first war in Switzerland where the Dadaism starts,
right.
and it's called Cabaret Voltaire.
Yeah,
And I think
exactly.
they take the name from there. It's an amazing story. Also because nobody know it, but before of artists, whatever, I think the electronic music was really into the arts, and then really futuristic and futuristic movement and everything. So it was really interesting. So let's go in through another step, another
Sure.
music, and
Yeah, I want to
yo,
switch it up a little bit now.
yes,
Like as I said, I'm from Los Angeles,
yeah,
grew up in Southern California, and I wanted to play a track that was like super influential for me when I was growing up as a teenager.
yo,
It's from Agent Orange.
yo,
It's called Bloodstains, the 1981 Darkness version,
yo.
and it kind of combines punk, surf,
Wow, okay,
goth, kind of goth rock even, and this death rock, and kind of has a lot of different elements that, for me, coming up in Southern California, was like
amazing.
everybody was listening to this.
Yes,
So
amazing.
here we go, Agent
Yo.
Orange, Bloodstains.
They can make things worse for me. Sometimes I'd rather die. They can tell me lots of things, but I can't see eye to eye.
All right, that was Agent Orange, Bloodstains, 1981 Darkness version. As I said, in SoCal, like in the 90s, this
Yeah.
kind of surf, skate, punk, DIY was like everywhere, everything,
Yes,
and
yes.
that's really what my first, I guess, musical love, let's say,
Yeah, I
came
think it
in
was
from.
was also important for our teenager time
Yeah.
to hear this kind of music. Also, what we say before, punk is really was important also for the techno movement because we really try to take the spirits of them and about punk. It was one of the first movement that introduced to each other about the DI. They do it for yourself, so express yourself. So it's really important. Anyway. So it's amazing. You coming from LA and also how many time? I mean, since where you be here?
I've been here a little over 3 years now.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. And what you catch? What you love about Berlin? About the spirits of Berlin?
It definitely, since my first time here about 7, 8 years ago,
Yeah.
there's just a spirit, an energy
Yes.
that just I have not felt or seen still in any other place that
Yeah.
I've been,
Interesting,
especially in terms of the music history, not just techno or electronic music, but even further back, from post-punk wave and
Yeah.
the political situation over the decades, and all
Yeah.
of these things have just combined to create this like really unique, incredible energy that
Yeah.
I think you just can't replicate.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's also because when we're talking about Berlin, many times we're talking also about the freedom and everything. Of course, the world starts to change so fast, and everything is to develop really fasting. Also in that period where with the virus is so crazy, and we are lucky be here because it's still a place where it's quite okay,
Right,
we
right.
can say like that. It's
Uh-huh.
quite okay, and it's crazy. Of course, Berlin it's experience. I mean, still have the old vibes,
Right.
old story. It's really important from the long time. But of course, it changed. Nowadays, we experience a period where it's really important to be all together. For example, because in the period where the pandemic, the scene start to be be not say disappear, but of course it's difficult also to meet each other to
Right.
stay together. And sometimes we suffer also as a artist. We going around. For example, this period are going around a lot also to visit other people. They do some parties, some open air. For example, you're doing soon some open air, right?
Yeah. Suicide Club, which is just, I think, since the pandemic, become a really important place. I mean, like having the open air space. Not every club has that too, which
Yeah,
is,
it's
like our
art.
beloved Trésor or Ohm. They don't have
Yeah, sure.
open air space,
Exactly.
but Suicide has this great space, and they've done a really good job of booking a lot of great acts, bringing in different promoters with different points of view. And now we can, after 18 months, come back a little bit.
Yeah, we can experience again the things. Yeah. Also because what you're talking about is also the shape about the clubs and everything over here in Berlin is quite changed. We just reinvent, redefine. We use everything is possible, and society one of these clubs that's possible to have this wonderful open air where you can hosting one of the best now things. But there is also other place I didn't see, but I see there is a lot of club. You
Yeah.
experience you going around this period,
I'm-
for example.
I'm going around a lot, actually.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
since things are reopened, I'm trying to go to as much as possible.
Yeah.
And that's actually always been important for me to keep supporting
Yeah.
the scene too. Yeah, sure, I get
That's
on
true. That's important.
I get on guest lists a lot too, but I also buy tickets to things I really want to go to, and it's good to show up and support the artists, promoters, the clubs, of course, now more than ever.
Yeah.
And actually, I think I've been really happy to see that the clubs now, the open airs are packed. People are coming like
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, I think also because they are suffering, the people need to really we need everybody to stay in touch, to stay together, to dance, to share, to touch, to feel.
Mhm.
That's what we lose, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
So of course, thanks that we have the digital and everything, we can be in touch, we can share whatever. But I think what we lose is everything that's the human touch, human
Right.
things, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, that's really important. Also, I think that nowadays we need to also be really kind, because it's our times where we are also suffering with the minds, mental health, whatever. And sometimes we can be really suffering, stay in the house. We want to go out, we want to be free to dance, and without any problem.
Right, exactly. And I think, especially we had a especially hard lockdown in Berlin for
Yeah.
the winter. And I
Yeah.
think now that things are open, people and the weather's good, we all need to get out there and
Yeah.
see people and everything like that. But I think too, for some reason, I have this feeling that we've also kind of entered a new era of some kind
Yeah.
here in Berlin.
Yeah.
I think there's definitely a change that's happened.
Yeah, no, that's
You
true.
know?
That's true.
You know?
In a sort of way, we need to, because we need to also reinvent the way to be in touch with others and recreate and everything. But it looks in a sort of way, it looks good, because if we need to see the positive, also if we stay quiet and we can do nothing, anyway, something happens, and people start to creative really a lot. So
Right.
it's really important.
Yeah.
What we wanna hear right now?
Yeah, let's see. I'm gonna stick with kind of more body synth wave. That was really influential for me as well. This is Beta Evers,
Yeah.
just amazing German artist that I've been a huge fan of for a while, and really got me into more modern, I would say,
Yeah.
synth wave body music.
Yes,
And
yes, it's interesting also because I saw her was also repressed and doing some new stuff on Sonic Groove,
Uh-huh.
in Disco Atonico, in
Yes,
other,
yeah.
other also label. Amazing.
Yeah, I still feel like she's doing it maybe better than anyone still. A lot
Yeah.
of these tracks like have aged great, and that's like still some of my
But
favorites.
who come from the past, you can redefine the future.
Yeah.
I want you on the floor.
Right. Beta Evers, Move in My Body Rhythm. Just classic synthwave. Never gets old for me. Still quite influential. And much of what I picked today for us to listen to are tracks that have been made some kind of imprint on me.
Especially in that period where he's really hyped the EBM again. This is really important to get back in the roots. You know?
Exactly. And getting back to what we were talking about earlier with kind of a new era of Berlin clubbing for sure is happening. And one thing we're seeing right now is, and I want to tell a story that happened from this weekend.
Okay.
What I think everyone that's been out in Berlin now has noticed that pre-sale tickets are everywhere. Like you need to buy a pre-sale ticket to go. Very few places are still not doing it, but pre-sale is a big thing. And so on Saturday, I bought pre-sale tickets for $22.50. And I went to Revier Sudost early at about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. By myself to see one of the DJs there, who I'm a fan of, and I walk up and with my pre-sale ticket, and I got rejected at the door. With no line, no explanation of why I wasn't allowed to come in the club. The doorman just said, "Sorry, you're not coming in. You'll get a refund through Resident Advisor." And I was totally shocked by this. Circumstance. I mean, to spend 22 euros on a ticket to a daytime rave, where you have to wear a mask also, which I totally understand, but I just putting it all in context. I was like really put off by this kind of selection process where should you be able to reject someone that buys a pre-sale ticket ahead of time? I think is a good question.
First, it's crazy. Second, I think they need to do something. They need to write somewhere that can be possible to be rejected from some way. But it's really crazy nowadays. Also, first, you need to do the pre-sale tickets. How you can select the pre-sale tickets? You don't see who buy the shit, Of course, also it's quite, I'm sorry to know about this, it's quite crazy because, Jeremy is part of the scene. So be rejected in a club where you part of this kind of things is also quite crazy to accept it, Second, as a humans, of course, you say, wow, I'm like a normal person just waiting, maybe work all the weekend and want to just go and experience it. And also, okay, we know that period is crazy because there is a lot of expensive. Many people they don't know, but now to run a party costs three times more of the normal for many things. So sometimes it's crazy also because you need to invest. So more of 20 euro is more of 20 euros. It's certain things that can be annoying. Maybe now I don't want to take part of anybody, but I think it's the right time nowadays we're talking about before people talking about church. I can go in the church because otherwise I scratch my skin. But anyway, thinking about when you go in the church, somebody tell you, you can go, you can get in, no, you can go now. So raves, techno was the freedom to get out from the rule, from this dogma. We need to thinking about, I can accept this job because everybody do this job, anybody does the job, but I have him, I know very well, he's a person, really kind of person. So be rejected, there is maybe kind of some problems that maybe can reach you in some email, maybe can explain why that's happened, for example. It would be nice, for example. And many way we don't want to shout loud to anybody, but what is really important maybe, let's take care. Let's thinking about, because if we need to get a reason to this fucking pandemic, let's try to be really together. That's not just like hashtag dance together, fight together, stay together. Where? When?
Yeah, it seems like our whole idea is to be inclusive.
Yes.
And on the other hand, I do understand, back in the old days, let's say a year or two ago, the door policy, the door selection can make a lot of sense, and it can control the party and keep the people that maybe don't belong in there.
Yeah.
That
yeah,
could be
it's-
problematic,
yeah,
let's say.
yeah, yeah.
I do appreciate that for
Yeah,
that reason.
Yeah.
But it is not a perfect system.
Yeah, also because security must be accepted. Security means security, secure, take care, help me to understand, help me to good have a great club, nobody have problem. Of course, you need to have the intelligence to understand if in front of you as a security, you have something dragged, something maybe out of the mind, somebody really difficult to manage. This is the really important things when start the ideology to have security. Selectors, select doors. Wow. We are in the restaurant, we are in the hotel. Man, techno, freedom, everybody can in. No gender, no color, no religion, no everything.
Right.
Let's start,
Yeah.
to the other music because I think we say a lot of things. The message is love each other, fight together, stay together, no one behind, no reject anybody.
And now I'm
You know.
going to play a classic house, strictly rhythm house track that really
Okay, yeah.
had a big influence on me by the Untouchables. I think that was a Kenny Dope project, and this one's called Dance to the Rhythm. And it just really
Right.
caught me this kind of lo-fi, basement, dark feel. This is one of the things that really got me into electronic music.
Yes, also because it was the first step prototype where also everybody was thinking about house also when it was them doing techno.
Right, yeah, exactly. So this, I think, covers a nice range, and yeah, it's still like a favorite track of mine.
Yep.
Dance to the rhythm with me. 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 Dance to the rhythm with me.
right. That's the Untouchables. Dance to the Rhythm. Strictly rhythm. Just classic.
Yeah, this is also
Classic.
label is really with the label with the wool, right?
Yeah,
It was-
exactly.
it's
Yeah.
amazing. It's
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah, I think we're talking about before this. This is a kind of also it's difficult to talking about house, but this I think this was the first meaning about house. That was the DJ just doing his track in the house at home. You know, with a little sampler, a turntable, another record to sample some really maybe rare stuff, rare groove loop, and create this. This is amazing because this is our childhood. You know, this is our teenage time where we was listening everything. Also because we just grow in the evolution of the music. This was the first step where electronics come out, right?
Right. Yeah, and I think even going back to this era and starting of house and techno, whether in America or Europe, the idea was about letting in everybody, like you said, regardless of race, gender, color, religion, etc. And I'm not saying either way, but can we say that even in a place like Berlin, have we gotten away from this with these kind of door policies and being treated like dirt, when you're just trying to come in into the club? This is a good question, I think, conversation
For
to have.
me, what I expect nowadays in the future for Berlin, we miss something. We have best club, and I'm really proud to
Definitely.
be part of this.
Yeah.
But we need a warehouse. A fucking warehouse. Somebody do fucking warehouse where we do like the rest of the Europe, a huge party without no policy, no problem, no rules, everything, because Berlin can be handled this. Because in Berlin is so beautiful the vibe. It's so difficult to
Yeah.
find something strange, because the people over here is free, is full of love, and they don't care about if you have 3 legs, 4 hands, or 3 eyes, or
Right.
you are an alien. We are everybody together. So we need a place where we can go inside all together.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. And this seems to be something we're constantly preaching, but we have to make sure that we're actually living up to what we're talking about.
Yeah, also
You know?
because techno must be, it start as genre of music, but become like a social movement. So it's made by the people for the people. So it's a new rock, a new punk, everything. So techno must be a therapy. Therapy must be a friendly. There is no enemy, and the meaning and the cure is love. That's it.
Right.
So I think we already experienced this. Of course, right now we are just in the middle of a crazy time, but I think something will be changed.
Right. And I think,
Yeah.
to Berlin's credit, this core spirit, I think, remains here. And the people involved from, our circles to other circles that, are happening here, there's still this spirit that of people want an inclusive space with the freedom to do what you want.
But we need also to be really jealous of this. We need to protect our freedom. We need to protect the underground, because you see nowadays also in Berlin there is a problem. There is a lot of squat, a little things, a little feminist place, a little gender place or queer place that erase it. That's not good in a place where, or you see the pride. I see some picture where the pride, it was not seriously freedom. I see some guys have a problem, blocked from the police, somebody go in a jail. So we experience also in Berlin quite a moment of nervous, quite a strange things, but we need to be strong,
Right.
because underground means the link, the network of the resistance. Don't forget to resist till the end. Also, if they wrong with each other, don't give up. That's what we need to do it. And I think what we need to show now, we show what's also influence each other, influence Jeremy. Now we can show what Jeremy nowadays produce with his Brvtalist recordings.
Yeah,
right?
Brutalist sound recordings.
Yeah.
Actually, coming up, I want to play something off the upcoming vinyl
Oh,
by
cool.
Alessandro Nero, and this is a remix from Hypnoskull.
All right.
Iconic,
Hypno.
iconic industrial techno
Yeah.
producer, artist. Has always been one of my favorites. Super thankful to have him remixed this track called Black Helicopters.
Cool.
And it's got some great vocals on it, and yeah, you just really can't beat
Yeah,
Hypnoscope.
here we go.
Schwarzer Hubschrauber transportiert einen VIP in Luxusleder-Seats und Shampoos gekühlt. Schwarzer Hubschrauber mit Kriegswaffen. Überall fliegt die Grenze, feuert Raketen ab. Schwarzer Hubschrauber, Rettungsgerät, Verwundete im Raum, fliegendes OP. Schwarzer Hubschrauber betrachtet den Stau zwischen Stuttgart und München immer ganz genau. Schwarzer Hubschrauber ohne Zweck fliegt immer weit aus, feuert Raketen ab.
All right.
Yo.
Yeah, Alessandro Nero, Black Helicopters, Hypnoskull remix, coming out soon on Brvtalist Sound Recordings. On vinyl, also have a Lavin remix, that's crazy, and
Cool.
some great original
So I can play
tracks.
it. Why not?
Exactly.
No, it's amazing
Yeah.
track. I love it. You know what? Also because it's a touch of art techno, but nowadays sometimes we lose the concept. That's just great because you get funk and everything. The step of industrial, really, really amazing track. I love it.
Yeah,
I love
great.
it.
Glad to hear. Yeah, and I think going back to the club situation here in Berlin, and maybe more on a
Yeah.
positive note, I have been feeling great about going out and seeing people really taking advantage. Like you said earlier, we are really lucky here
Yeah,
in Berlin.
yeah.
Still, during the whole pandemic, we had some hard times, but overall, we're quite fortunate to be here, and we don't know how much longer.
Of course, of course. Also
We're gonna
because
have it.
we are not just because we are lucky, just because in Germany, I mean Berlin, they just letting go all the lockdown from the winter, and after they say don't go inside, no possible to do partying inside, but outside from the summer they letting go it. First they let it go out each other, and after they say now you can dance. So it was a step by step. I think you know what. Also, we're talking about the first time when we was here with the Mark Reader. He say something really nice because he's a man really come from the past. They say for serve everything. Also, the problem you need to have responsibility. Also, each other as a crowd, as a people, as an artist, everybody. We need to take care because everything we doing right now, unfortunately, is not against the system, but against each other, the humanity.
Right.
Till we understand, when they say it's no more virus, man, there is no more rule. But right now, we need to take care of each other
Yes.
and find a way to stay together, to respect the rule, whatever, you know.
Yeah, and as we seen in the last year, nothing of what we're doing is guaranteed for us.
Also, this.
It can be closed down, shut down at any moment. I actually was
Yes.
even shocked how fast in one day they can say
That's true.
clubs are banned.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
You know?
I think we are at the age of temporary, pop up, everything, and mutation, and there is no future, there is no more past, present. Let's live it loud, and let's dream loud the future, and the futures come also just if we move each other, we redefine, we construct. The future doesn't come alone. The future is just evolution of what you're building, wall by wall, I mean, brick by brick.
Right,
Wow.
exactly. And I remember, I think seeing you last summer at an open air, and when this open air concept really first started coming around, at first I was skeptical because
Yes.
I hate being in the sun
Yeah.
during the day. Daytime party was never my thing.
Man, as a vampire, nobody know we have a special skin because otherwise we burn.
And when I saw parties, even some parties starting at 10 a.m., noon, I was like, are you crazy? I'm not going there. But but I started going because it's a party and to support the scene and the community, the artists. And I got used to
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
going somewhere at 3 p.m.
You know what? you let me think of something. I think you know what? Also because we are the creators of the night, and we really miss the night because the night is so beautiful. We know it. But anyway, just you know what? Sometime because this fucking system, this society, just get down in unter, the Germans say, underground each other because we need to escape from the normality. But one day when we was out and like the rats, see the sun, say, why not?
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah, it's good for you too sometimes. And
Yeah,
actually,
nice,
I mean,
sure.
hearing hard techno, heavy industrial sounds was never something I think anyone really associated with a daytime.
Yeah, sure.
Outdoor
no,
party.
No, it's true. It's true. It's true. It's true.
And now we're playing this at 2:00. I've been seeing DJs go right in, hard and fast and right from the start. So in that sense, it's cool. I mean,
Yeah, I feel it. I need to say, I feel it. Last summer was strange. This summer, I say, I feel it well. It's cool. Sometimes, of course, when you go early at home, you feel it strange. But right now, you can start from the afternoon till the night. So it's a messy experience, you know. I think we just keep it away from Ibiza style. The open
That's
air,
what
you
we
know?
have to watch out for. But I mean, last night actually. Now more and more places are staying open later too.
Yeah, yeah.
So now we have more nighttime open airs.
Yeah.
And I have to say that like changes also the whole
Yeah,
vibe for
yeah,
it's
yeah.
amazing.
Also, how it's happened also for the rest of Europe. The clubs over here, they can be get allowed to be open till some maybe in the morning because just have maybe some kind of permits, you know, already. Maybe other place that's become for pop-up clubs maybe have another kind of things. So it's kind of this. So like that, it's you can recreate something because the silence was so loud.
Yeah.
It was too much, guys. I know there is a lot of place around. Also now in Spain, on understand. I know they reopen soon, maybe now next August, but it was crazy. It's up and down, up and down. You never know. Also because many other country used to do party inside. You see in London,
Yeah.
there is people also with the vaccine, with the wax, stay inside, do the party, and after they say they are infected. It's a crazy moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
We just have to do our best, like you said, to take care of each other, be
Yeah.
safe, and still we can, I think, I do have a lot of faith in Berlin that they know how important this culture is here.
Yeah.
At least I want to believe that they do.
Of course.
You know,
of
and
course.
that they're not just going to turn their back.
Of course.
on
And
it.
this is the period where everybody can be much more cool. Sometimes don't think only yourself. Sit back yourself. Call your friends. Hey, you're right. Call the other. Help somebody. Ask if somebody has some problem. We need to be together because that period where the culture is shut down, nobody take care about each other. But we are the creators of the night. Let's stay together.
Exactly.
Let's go with another song about the Brutalist Sounds recording.
Yeah.
Right?
I want to play one now from the first release from Valem Klaus, who's a London-based producer, and she sent me some tracks that like kind of just blew me away. It's
Right.
part EBM, it's part wave, it's
Oh, wow.
noise, and this one is actually called The Art of Noise, and it has this 80s feel that
Amazing.
I always just kind of love. So Valem Klaus, Art of Noise.
Completely. That beats 80s.
Right. Thalem Klaus, Art of Noise, Brutalist Sound Recordings, first release. Also a great remix on there from Fairground of Tears, another great London-based act. And now I really am switching into a lot of brutalist projects, let's call it. Really focusing on the label. Fashion has always been a big part of the platform. Now we have this new collaboration with Fumf. Getting back into more events now. The 6th at Suicide, and also one of the biggest things I should say for me to keep it exciting for me is discovering new artists, and this has always been really the driving force of the whole project. And still with the label now, I have a release coming from Sora, who's a young Leon-based producer who's great, and this I want to carry through, exposing new people, new sounds. And
Nice. Also, because what you show me right now, what you show to the rest of the world, is really interesting things, because it's really something that really you touch the new generation with a new kind of sounds, but really into. And this kind of old school was impressive to me. I mean, because I come from there, and I say, wow, it sounds like that. Amazing. I think this is really cool. Also, it's not easy sometimes to find the right things, but also to decide what is good, what is not.
Right.
That's really, I mean, a lot of particular. It's really well done.
Yeah, thank you. I and we'll see. And one thing that's, the Brutalist is constantly evolving. I'm associated a lot with EBM, but now it's more techno. I'm even gonna be putting out some trance from Mercury 200, but I always try to have this kind of common denominator. Even if it's a different genre, it still fits in this.
I think also because we was born in the age where we was calling freestyle not just using for skate or for hip hop. Freestyle was just a mixing about kind of music that really we love in the 80s. It was bunch of different things that now if we collect together is the sound of nowadays.
Right, exactly.
Anyway, unfortunately we are finished, but was
That's
really
it.
beautiful.
Pleasure.
Thank you, Jeremy,
Thanks
to
for
be
having me.
here. We miss our friend Philip Strobel. Unfortunately, cheers, Philip.
Cheers,
and,
Philip.
Soon in August, you will see Brutalist Open Air. What's the day?
August 6th, Suicide.
Okay.
And more to come too. Right now is about doing as much as you can, I think.
Sure, like this. For example, the 29th, next Thursday, we play all the day the electro set that's really rare for me at the Urban Spray for the Urban Turntable.
Cool.
See you. Thanks for her.
Thank you.
And this was Electric Cafe. See you soon. Thanks, guys. All together, everybody. Always.